That camera there?
Yeah.
So if we turn around and wave,
Yeah.
all right? And so I invited my relatives and friends in Ireland and in the UK to join us because it's only lunchtime over there. So if you're joining us, we love you.
Very much.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody.
That's what it looks like.
Okay. There we go.
Ganesh wanted to come with us. Who? Ganesh.
Oh, Margie's joining us this morning, I see. Who we have? Margie, Starlight, and who? Mike?
Well, Jessica.
Jessica, Reverend Jessica. All right, so good morning. Welcome to the 4 a.m. peace meditation. Here we're coming to you live from the sanctuary at the Center for Spiritual Living, which is in Granada Hills, the North San Fernando Valley in Southern California. A place where we welcome all who practice their beliefs in faith and love. We are back live in person and online for the first time, emerging out of this crazy COVID experience that we've been engaged in these last couple of years. So it's wonderful to be here in the sanctuary where people have been praying and meditating in this exact place since the late 70s. And so there's an energetic that happens when people get together and pray and meditate, whether they're in person or joining us online. And that is the impetus behind this meditation that was, I think it started 45 years ago with a few thousand people worldwide to now millions of people meditating simultaneously around the planet so that we can know world peace. And so I was going to just start us out with a reading from a fellow that I like. His name is Ernest Holmes. And Reverend Nancy brought it to my attention this morning, and so I looked it over real quick, and so I want to share it with you. So I just invite you to take a deep breath and to release. So if you're not used to meditating for 45 minutes, that's okay. But I am going to ask you to, if you start getting restless, just to be with the restlessness and to stay with the silence and just see if you can not fidget for 45 minutes. And for today, we'll call that a meditation. How's that? And for the rest of us, we're going to start by just getting ourselves comfortable. If you need to blow your nose, crack your neck, do any of that, this is the time to do that. Just allow yourself to feel supported by the chair. You can even use that as a metaphor of being supported by the universe itself in this moment. And then we're just going to simply follow the breath, and I'll take you into that in a minute. But let me share this, A Prayer for World Peace by Ernest Holmes. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof. I know there is but one mind, which is the mind of God, in which all people live, move, and have their being. I know there is a divine pattern for humanity, and within this pattern, there is infinite harmony and peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness. I know that the mind of humankind, being one with the mind of God, shall discover the method, the way, and the means best fitted to permit the flow of divine love between individuals and nations. This harmony, peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness are experienced by all. I know there will be a free interchange of ideas, of cultures, of spiritual concepts, of ethics, of educational systems and scientific discoveries, for all good belongs to all alike. I know that because divine mind has created us all, we are bound together in one infinite and perfect unity. I know that all people and all nations will remain individual but unified for the common purpose of promoting peace, happiness, harmony, and prosperity. I know that deep within each person, the divine pattern of perfect peace is already implanted. I now declare that in each person and in the leaders of thought everywhere, this divine pattern moves into action and form to the end that all nations and all people will live together in peace, harmony, and prosperity forever. And if you're welcome to join me by saying, and so it is. Amen. So one of the nice things about having a meditation leader is I'll keep track of the time for you, so you don't have to sweat that. But in a longer meditation, you may find it helpful. So I think Mike has put a little timer on the screen for those of you watching online. So you can take a little peek and just know, okay, I've only got 10 minutes left. It helps. And then just go back to the breath. So that's what we're going to do now. So just, here we go. Let's take a deep conscious breath. And release. And just bring our attention to the movement of the breath in the nostril. Just following the breath. So we do a quick scan, and really what we're doing is we're becoming aware of our awareness. So I'm aware of my feet in my shoes, planted on the floor. I just move up the leg, breathing, paying attention to the movement of the breath in the nostril and attending to the top of the feet. The calf, into the knees. And if we find discomfort, we can just take a deep breath and release. And on that, you'll find that on that release, that discomfort will unlock and release itself. To the top of the thighs. Into the seat. Bring our awareness to our sit bones. So here we check our posture. So we're sitting comfortably. And we're sitting straight but not rigid, so there's no tension. The spine is balanced on the sit bones. The head is balanced on the spine. Chin slightly down. And attending to the breath. The tummy rises and falls easily and naturally. Relaxing the arms. So we're going to take a deep breath, and on the exhale, allow your shoulders to drop and your neck to lengthen. So taking a deep breath and release. Follow the breath. So we're not stopping thoughts. We are attending to the breath, and we'll find the thoughts slow, and you'll see there will be a gap between the thoughts. As we move into the silence now. And taking one more deep breath together. Release. So now we pay attention to the exhale as we move into the silence. the room, staying with the breath. So now as we know that the light of the divine is everywhere present, let's consciously breathe in that light and allow it to lift our heart center, to enkindle that light of the divine within. So that we're fanning that flame of the divine within, growing to this ball of light and love within our heart center. Staying with the breath and allowing this globe of light and love to expand with each in-breath. And we're breathing in light and exhaling love. Breathing into our heart center, continuing to expand in the way that a balloon expands when you inflate it. Breathing in light, exhaling love. So that this field of light and love now, we are now sitting in it. Allowing it to continue to expand and to grow until the very room where we sit, the sanctuary itself, is now a field of light and love, of compassion, of loving kindness. That we feel this field of light and love expanding to our local community. Taking a deep breath. So breathing peace, light, love, and harmony into our local community. Staying with the breath. So into our extending this field of light and love into our state or county. Knowing the light and love, loving kindness, compassion, and peace for this state. Take a deep breath. And we feel the heart expanding and connecting in this field of light and love as we are knowing now that this infinite field of light and love is now raising and shifting North America, or the country in which we live, the region in which we live globally. Staying with the breath, knowing that the light, the love, loving kindness, compassion, and peace are expressing now throughout the land. Taking a deep breath. So now connecting with others around the planet. In Ireland, the UK, with Reverend Ada down in Argentina, Reverend Patrick and Rita in Hawaii, we're knowing and seeing our entire planet now raised and enveloped in this field of light and love, where we are knowing loving kindness and compassion, peace and harmony, a field where all are seen and honored in mutual respect and love. Taking a deep breath. Release. So we just allow ourselves this moment to feel connected with our brothers and sisters around the planet. And extending even further now to the knowing that consciousness is not bound by time or space, that we are connecting and expressing as this individualized point of loving kindness, compassion within this field of universal light and love. Mind expressing. Taking a deep breath. Knowing that each within our own way has a connection with something greater than we are. So we just acknowledging that these last 45 minutes have been spent in communion with this power, this presence, this life, this intelligence, this mind, this consciousness of light and love and its many expressions throughout all religious thought and experience. So from this place then we are knowing peace within ourselves, peace within our families and friends, peace within our companies and within all of our creative endeavors. Peace within our community. Taking one more deep breath as we just experience this final release. Just letting it all go. Letting it be so. And in gratitude, we just let it be. Together we acknowledge this by saying, and so it is. Amen. So thank you. Thank you for joining us online. That actually went quickly for me this year. Yeah. So thank you for joining us, and peace on. Yes, so if you're local here in Granada Hills, there's going to be a drumming circle set up just as we are now. Bring your drum, or we have drums here for you. a special blue collar rendition of a drum, which is a Home Depot bucket, but you can make all kinds of great sounds with them. So don't be bashful. Come on in, make some new friends, and get into the rhythm of life by drumming with your friends here at the center. All right, until then, peace and blessings. Happy New Year.
I remember, I think we usually go to Denny's.